Do you wish that the first Apollo mission hadn't reached the moon, or that we hadn't gone on to Mars and then to the nearest star? That's like saying you wish that you still operated with scalpels and sewed your patients up with catgut, like your great-great-great-great-grandfather used to. I'm in command. I could order this. But I'm not. Because Dr. McCoy is right in pointing out the enormous danger potential in any contact with life and intelligence as fantastically advanced as this. But I must point out that the possibilities, the potential for knowledge and advancement is equally great. Risk is our business. That's what the Starship is all about. That's why we're aboard her.
Alright. Larry back here on this September 7th night. It's actually somewhat comfortable working in the garage again. Humidity is nowhere near like it used to be a few weeks ago, but so anyway, kind of wrapping up on the lighting and the assembly on the USS PIRI REIS. By no means I'm not finished. What I've done right now is kind of get up here, tidied up my wires. I had some damn overspray on my tags. Somehow I got past the damn paper towels I had jammed in there. So I missed the two strobes on the back here. Right here. So when I was testing all my leads, because I don't like tying all my leads together in the ship, I like to bring them out and then tie them together. That way I know I got power to each one of the strands of lights inside. So as I was testing them, what I would do is put the power source on a very low voltage, connect the wires, and then slowly bring it up to see which lights, you know, I couldn't read. And I guess I popped the two strobes back there because they actually go back up into the blinker board that's up here in the saucer section. So that's on me. But then you can see the rest of it is blinking. Now these top ones are not blinking here, but I got the side one here. So I mean, it's blinking. It's just faint on the top view. But I changed it on the bottom as well. So I got red top bottom. You know, I think on the Enterprise it was just white, but like I said, this is not the Enterprise. So there's my my spinner, my homemade spinner. I showed you that in the previous video. What I got to do is I've already frosted it and it kind of doesn't look too hot, but what I'm going to do is kind of mix like a clear red and a clear orange on the outer one. You can see how that looks, and if it's still a little too translucent or whatever, I may go back and do the back spinner part one. So I also got I got a pointer. I got the light that needs to go in here, and then I have one of these big. Yeah, give me a sec next. I have a couple of these left over. I think I'm going to put a red one back here, put the green one up here, just, you know, front and back. But all in all, it's coming out pretty good. I got to do some touch up on this dome here. I didn't like the way that came out with the. I fogged it with some of that very light gray. So I'm gonna have to clean that up and redo it. My lights here at the end of the shuttle bay are pretty good. I gotta, you know, put the colors back in there. Got my impulse engines, and then we get up here. I got my nacelle lit. So, overall, pretty happy so far. Got the panels in, they're lit. Got the windows lit. Like I said, these windows are the opaque plastic. Those aren't the clear. So it worked out pretty well. Got lights in there, lights in here. You know, black is obviously blacked out. So I still got I gotta put the dome on. I gotta dig it out and find it. So, but yeah, so far so good. You know, I mean it's looking pretty good. So we'll see. Hopefully a couple more nights and I'll be done. I gotta finish the base. That's gonna go on one of my little 12x12 bases that I normally do. It's right there. I need to pull it out. But alright, it's getting there. Like I said, it's looking pretty good. Kind of happy with it. I got the deflector dish using the big deflector, you know, from the original, or excuse me, I should say the pilot. You know, the pilot one was almost as big around as the that. So just something different, you know, making sure this isn't the Enterprise. So, but other than that, so all right, okay. Hopefully the next clip will be finished. So thanks. All right, I'm calling this done. This is the USS PIRI REIS. It's my kit bash of a TOS 1/350 scale Era Starship. I am dedicating this as a stellar cartography ship. This would be something that they would send in on a new discovery, on a some kind of, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, anomalies. So I built this from some leftover parts on the TOS kit that I had. I had the 1701, which gave me the Pilot series conversions, and you know, some of the other goodies. So basically I utilized that. I did spend $15 for the saucer that I used on my Enterprise. This is actually one of the grid saucers that came with the ship. And Simon Merckx over there got around it by using primer filler, and you know, spray it, sand it, spray it, sand it, spray it, sand it. You know, so basically you filled in the lines with the primer, and if you look a little deep, you'll see some remnants of it, which is fine. I shelled out, you know, for another engineering home. You know, bought a kit, not a kit, you know, spare parts, and then utilized my spare parts bin and a little bit of Evercoat, blended in, you know, this piece, call them sensor pods. You know, shuttle bay, that's the that is the opaque shuttle bay. That's not the clear one that I got with my light kit for the Enterprise. So like I said, I reused a lot of the stuff. Used the big deflector dish and redone, you know, up underneath here. Like I said, I try to deviate, make it not the Enterprise, you know. Alright, battery change. Guess I should pay attention to that before I start videos. So, the top lights do blink. They're very subtle. I converted that one into a blinker rather than a static. Then you got your lighted panels there, the red one, Added some extra windows. It won't focus, but there is a bridge in there. Right. I had built this spinner. This is not the round 2 polar lights, whatever light kit. I showed you in one of the first 2 videos the motor that I used. Then I bought the LEDs, and off the top of my head, I don't know what size they were. You'd have to go back and look at my videos. I mean, this thing we're mid-September right now, so this thing's been on the bench almost 9 months. So, but all that's built. That's not a printed circuit. The lights, resistor, motor. It's running on 6 volts. And there's a voltage reducer down in the saucer that takes the 12 volts that's coming in, knocks it down to 6. I also have a blinker board, one of those Boptronic blinker boards. One of the fun kits you put together, solder it, but that's 9 volts. So there's another regulator in there for cutting the 12 volts down to 9 volts. And then the rest of the LEDs are strip lights are running off at 12 volts. So the whole lights, saucer lights, that. So yeah, to keep everything, and get the warp nacelles lit. S-end's lit. Showing my damn cabinets. Oh well. So pennants on. Jerry over at HDA Model Works will print you up a custom set of decals for whatever ship you name, whatever registry numbers you want. So that's more of his handiwork. Like I said, I named this the USS PIRI REIS, keeping it in line with exploration. The Turkish map maker was PIRI REIS. His map is I won't say controversial. It's one of those mysteries that shows Antarctica with no ice. Shows the rivers of Antarctica. Shows the east, the east and west coasts of North and South America. So I thought it was fitting that I would name a stellar cartography ship after a 15th century map maker. Another shot of the shuttle bay. I say use the decals from parts of the ship, other parts of the ship. Like I said, just give it a different feel from the Enterprise. So anyway, so that's it for this build. My base, I'm waiting on printout. Right now it's just a black base. The intent is I'm going to have the Zodiac in a circular around the planet, and then my nameplate. So, I may show you that later date. But for right now, I'm done. I'm moving on. Not that I'm tired of Star Trek stuff, but I am moving on to the Spindrift. So one last look at the PIRI REIS. So that is it for today. That is all I'm doing on the PIRI REIS.